Adar marks the Hilula of a really great rabbi. His name was Harav Shmuel ibn Danan. Zeche Tzaddik Libracha. I was born this year, 1874. That's naturally in Hebrew, Taf Reish Lamed Zayin, and passed away on the 28th of Adar Bet, I believe, in 1962, reported over. He would have been, at the time he passed away, let's say approximately around 88 years of age. I believe he was a great rabbi of his time. Let's explore a few of the highlights of the great Chacham's life. Now, he was born, as we said before, in 1874 and came from great rabbinic heritage, let's just say. His father's name was Rabbi Yitzchak ibn Danan, and they happened to be from the famous Torah area, Jewish area of Fez in Morocco, a place we've spoken about on various occasions before. Now, it's actually interesting. His father had a very great prominent position over there. He was a city rabbi, and he was a head of the rabbinical court of the city of Fez, and I think of the surrounding areas over there, including Agathia, if I'm not mistaken, over there. Remember, that's a very, very prominent position at that point in time. And as we say in Hebrew, head of Jewish court is the Av Bet-Din, so it brought around a lot of responsibility, a lot of, at the same time, prestige, but at the same time, a great amount of wisdom and genius in of itself. Now, it's actually interesting. He would be able to deal with and absorb, let's just say, the great Torah knowledge and wisdom. And he would later on become, obviously, the great spiritual giant and a great Torah scholar. And it's actually interesting. It's reported over, he didn't necessarily serve from specific official rabbinic positions. Let's just say that you would really do a multitude, let's say, of sermons in of itself. You would be a scribe for the Bet-Din of the city of Fez. Very different, important, much esteemed his greatness. It's actually interesting. He did a lot, reported over, did a lot of huge amounts of charitable deeds, tzedakah. For example, his home was always open, reported for rabbinical emissaries who came from the Holy Land. It's actually interesting. Many people back in those days, especially from the four holy cities of Israel, would actually travel around to the various different North African countries, European countries, to raise funds, while at the same time, mitchazek, strengthen those communities they are visiting. And very much he would, I believe, host these great rabbis that will come from Eretz Yisrael in of itself. I believe he was appointed a treasurer of various different Torah institutions, it was reported over, and I think he had a connection, really helped out the famous Kollel Rabbi Meir Belanes in Tiberia, and the yeshiva Meir Bat Ain, I believe. This was, and also, if I'm not mistaken, the famous yeshivat HaMukobalim Bet El in Jerusalem, within regards to our orphanage that was established by the great rabbis of Tiberias of his time. Now, it's actually interesting. We're stating about the great, let's just say, the phenomenal chesed deeds that he did over his time, having his house open to all the great rabbis of his day, himself, and helping out all these various different kollelim, these different yeshivot, especially the famous Yeshivat El. Remember, Yeshivat Bet El was probably the bastion, let's say, of the yeshivot all throughout those times, especially in the 1700s and 1800s, even parts of the 1900s in of itself. Now, it's actually interesting. Various different of his drashot, his sermons, would actually be copied and I think printed through Rav Eliyahu Peretz, I believe. The book was called the Shad HaShamen, if I'm not mistaken, the Shanat B'Shemen, and Tidshan Adama. These were different great books and stuff. Now, passed away on the 28th of Adar Bet, naturally, I believe, in the year 1962. We're talking about here from time of recording, approximately 63 years ago. Now, he gave some nice, cute thoughts with regards to various different books, especially the Sefer the Shanat B'Shemen Drushim, Melamed Shelo Likametz B'Tzedakah, Kshira Lo Hefsed Mamon. Very interesting thing. Another teaching he would say from the Shanat B'Shemen Drushim, from, I believe, in page number 11, if I'm not mistaken, Melamed Sha'gozel Goy Gorem She'sar Goy Gozel Shefa Makdusha. Like the problem of if one steals from a non-Jew over there. And just one more thought with regards to some wisdom from the books. Melamed T'nai L'Tshuva Hu Achdut Im Kol Yisrael. This is also taken from the Sefer the Shan B'Shemen Derushim, and I think from Amud Reish Samach Zayin, if I'm not mistaken, over there. So just how important it is. So just some wisdom with regards to the brilliant rabbi, came from great heritage. It's his Hilula here on the 28th of Adar. Then we get to light candles in memory. Friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great Oriental rabbis of yesteryear. If you happen to be related And to any of the great Chachamim we are speaking about, send me an email, please. I would love to hear more. If you feel anyone be interested in watching any of these videos, share the videos to other people also. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel also. Wishing you well here from Israel. Watch over all the previous videos. Take care and Shabbat Shalom, because we're about to enter this week the end of Sefer Shemot, Parshat Pekudei, the Shabbat, as we're going to bridge our way into Sefer Vayikra next week. Ashkenazi communities naturally will say Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek, this specific phrase at the end of the Torah reading tomorrow. So wishing you on that note, a good week and a Shabbat Shalom.